Hello everybody, JohnTrueCar12 back here again with another video, and today I bring you another Flash episode review. Yes, it's Tuesday night, so you know what that means, of course, another Flash review. Today I give you my episode review of The Flash, episode 20, titled The Trap. And tonight's episode, was far superior to the previous episodes we've gotten. Now, I've said this, publicly, that the last couple of episodes, pretty much everything after the Tricksters episode has been really not up to par with the standards of The Flash. And I will definitely say this is definitely a major improvement. I wouldn't say this is, The Trap will go down as one of my favorite episodes of the season, but it's definitely good to see that the Flash is definitely starting to pick up, and we're starting to get very much closer to the season finale, which I cannot wait to see. But nonetheless, hence the trailers, the multiple footage, the teasers, the title itself, we already know what this means. Team Flash has discovered that Harrison Wells is not who he says he is, and he's obviously using the Harrison Wells persona as just a scheme to use Team Flash as he pleases. And of course, he's truly the Reverse Flash. And on top of that, we have some multiple various flashbacks and sequences kind of getting to the general gist of what really happened between the relationship between Harrison Wells and Barry. We kind of get the overall sense of, how Barry ended up with the care of Harrison Wells and Star Labs. We also have another subplot where Eddie decides to go down as to tell Joe that he obviously, after everything that's been going down with the Reverse Flash, with Barry, and everything else that's been going on with Central City lately, that it's time to settle down with Iris. Ironically, a terrible moment in time to actually pick that out, but nonetheless, it was interesting to finally get this moment of okay, he's finally trying to get this off the ground when there's all this other shit going down. But of course, that conflicts with Barry and Iris' relationship, hence the newspaper. Apparently, we're still in Harrison Wells' little lair, if you will, the Reverse Flash's lair. I think we should just, you know what? Fuck it. Let's stop calling him Harrison Wells. We're just gonna straight up call him Eobard Thawne or the Reverse Flash, because this whole Harrison Wells thing is getting, tiring. That's it. In my reviews, I will refuse to continue to call him Harrison Wells from here on out. Nonetheless, the Reverse Flash's lair, and Barry, Caitlin, and Cisco discover Gideon, which of course is the robot that, the Reverse Flash has been using over the course of the season, and they also come across the newspaper article of the future, and we get this nice image, of course, of the Flash, of how he looks like in the future, and they kind of comment on it, which is interesting, which is going to be Barry's new suit. Now, I don't know when it's going to premiere, but based off what I've been hearing, I think season 2 will be if I've been reading this correctly, I think season 2 of The Flash will be premiering a new Flash suit, which more than likely will be that suit, which is a little bit more comic book accurate, and personally what I really want to see. Now, let me know what you personally think about that in the comment section below. Would you like the CW Flash continue using the Flash suit that they have now, or go with the new Flash from the future? Personally, I like both suits, but I'd rather go with the future suit. It's a little bit more comic book accurate, and I can't wait to see when Cisco makes it. Nonetheless, they also discover that Iris West wrote the article, and apparently she's known in the future as Iris West Allen, which hints at the fact that in the future, she gets married to Barry, not Eddie. So, of course, that's a huge confliction with Eddie's story, and just nice for us fans to realize that, yes, Iris does love Barry in a way, as Joe kind of puts it, in a way that she doesn't really know how to deal with, and that one day they will, reveal how they truly feel, kind of similar to how they did with Out of Time, the episode Out of Time. And then they'll eventually get married in the future and whatnot, and then Kid Flash will come around and fucking start kicking ass and stuff, which I really want to see. Hopefully next season they do that. But nonetheless, after finding out all this kind of nonsense, they come across Gideon, and Gideon starts telling them all various knowledge of the future, which is amazing that we actually got that kind of sequence. I was really spoilers, of course. I forgot to mention that. Spoilers all the... I hate it when I have to mention it. I'm pretty sure everyone can guess by now that I spoil the episode just in my reviews. So, of course, spoilers all around. Nonetheless, they do come in contact with Gideon, Reverse Flash's robot voice. And we discover some interesting things about all of this. Apparently, Barry created Gideon, and apparently the Reverse Flash is from the future, and a whole bunch of various other kind of things. And on top of that, there's a specific statement which I want to get everybody's comments on, and personal thoughts on, and opinions, is that when Gideon's is explaining Barry from the future, she also, Gideon also explains, starts off with a statement that Barry Allen the Flash is also the founder of, and it stops right there. That's when they end it and continue on the Reverse Flash topic, which is very interesting that they stopped it right at the founder of. Founder of what? What exactly is the Flash the founder of? And I started thinking, is he the founder of the Justice League? Because we all know that, you know, the CW's been hinting at the fact that they want to do their own Justice League. Of course, the DC Cinematic Universe is going to do their own Justice League, which I can't wait to see. But of course, the DC, the TV universe is trying to do their own thing. Of course, everybody believes that it all should be connected, myself included. But at the end of the day, they are doing their own thing. So should they have a Justice League TV series? We already know they're doing a team-up series with the Atom and God knows who the fuck else. But at the same time, I personally think it's kind of cool that they hinted at the fact that there will be a team at some point in time with one of the CW universe, and of course, Barry will be one of the founders of, which is a good thing because in the comic book canon, he is the founder. Well, not the founder, but he's one of the founders of the original Justice League. So I guess that was kind of cool just to hint at that. Of course, Gideon didn't straight up say Justice League. I would have loved it if they said that. That would have been the big thing in the episode. That would have killed me inside of like awesome. If total nerdgasm if Gideon said founder of Justice League, it would have been so, or Justice Society, whichever. But either way, it would make more sense, you know, Justice League. Nonetheless, moving off of all that craziness, they decide to hack in, I'm using that, you know, I stress this enough, it's not really a good phrase, but nonetheless, hack into Cisco's dreams to try and discover what they really mean. Because Cisco, of course, has hinted at the fact that Harrison Wells' Reverse Flash kills Cisco in his dreams. But maybe they're not dreams, maybe it's a reality. Which, of course, Barry states that he has gone back in time, and time has changed as he's been in the current timeline. So, of course, maybe what Cisco is dreaming of Reverse Flash killing Cisco is not really a dream, it's more or less bits of a timeline that's happened before. You know, flashbacks, if you will. So, of course, they create this device to go inside Cisco's brain and use his dreams to try and discover the truth of, you know, the Reverse Flash and what have you. Very awesome stuff. The visuals, I really have to give them a plus on this episode. The flashbacks, I don't think were that good, but on the par, rather. But everything else was great. The visuals were awesome. I love the Cisco dream sequence. I think the visuals were amazing with that. Hysterical at the same time. I really enjoyed Cisco's bits. And, of course, we discover, you know, everything we learned from the episode out of time. You know, Wells is Reverse Flash. He's Eobard Thawne. He killed Nora, but he was trying to kill Barry instead. And, you know, he kills Cisco. But, of course, that's just a dream. Hence the trap. They decide to they try to recreate the sequence that happened that day rather, and catch Harrison Wells, Reverse Flash, at the moment after he reveals what exactly happens. But of course, everything goes haywire. Of course, Reverse Flash is right about to kill Cisco, but of course, Joe comes in, shoots him down. Spoilers, Reverse Flash dies before he reveals his master plan of, like, how he killed Nora, and he was the one who killed everybody, and he's Eobard Thawne, the Reverse Flash, and what have you. So, of course, that's the big downer. But then you discover that it was an actual trap for Team Flash. So it was basically a trap within a trap. Reverse Flash has had surveillance cameras all throughout the city, all throughout Central City, within everybody's public and personal homes and what have you. You know, they have it at the Central newspaper, they have it at the police station, Star Labs, everywhere, in Joe and Barry's home, Caitlin's home, everybody's home, surveillance cameras everywhere. So basically, Reverse Flash has been one step ahead of everybody from the beginning, which makes sense, seeing as how if they ended it that way, it would have been just a terrible way. For a second there, I thought they were just going to use time travel again to prevent him dying, just so they can, you know, fuck him over in a different timeline. But then again, I guess that would have just been completely pointless. Nonetheless, at the end of the day, the trap was a trap for actually Team Flash instead of the Reverse Flash, which was pretty interesting, pretty epic. But of course, things do not stop there. Reverse Flash does escape. Barry is on his tail trying to discover if he's actually going for Iris, which he does, but not for Iris. Instead, he actually goes for Eddie Thawne. Spoilers, at the end of the episode, Eddie's right about to propose to Iris, but of course everything gets thrashed. For Reverse Flash comes in, breaks the party, if you will, and of course, looks like he's actually about to kill Iris. I don't know if that was his main intention, but it looked like he was a foot away from just killing her ass. So I'm guessing, was that the moment? Who the hell knows? Anyways, Barry, of course, comes in, saves the day, where Reverse Flash escapes once again. Ironically, there's a lot of escaping in here. He escapes once again with Eddie. Then, on top of that nonsense, you have Iris discovering that the Flash is Barry without really him telling her, which was really odd. They kind of explain it through a flashback where I guess Iris holds Barry's hand and like she gets shocked with electricity or whatever. The same thing happens at this specific point in time. So I guess she discovers, oh well, maybe, hey, the Flash, is he Barry? I don't know. It kind of seemed a little stupid to me. I personally, that's kind of like one of the, there's only really two big things I really didn't like in this episode, which was, well, three rather. A lot of people escape too much. B, that fire sequence that happened in this episode where, like, Barry saves, you know, some various people from that burning building. I thought if you took that out of the episode, this episode would have been a lot better. And also, I didn't like that whole Iris discovering Flash's Barry thing. I thought that was kind of stupid the way they did it prior in Out of Time was far superior. It was just better. It was just a little bit. It meant something. Here it didn't really mean anything, it just felt kind of dumb. It felt just like another piece of CW cheese. That's what I like to call it. Bear with me. Nonetheless, that's pretty much the end of the episode. Barry tries to save Eddie. Eddie's gone. Reverse Flash took him. Who the heck knows what's going on? That's the end of the episode. Pretty epic stuff. Team Flash is disbanded. Reverse Flash has revealed himself. Shit has gone down, folks. It's fucking awesome to know that we're finally closer to the big finale. The big finale of Reverse Flash versus The Flash. It's going to be awesome. Anyways, at the end of the day, I have to give this episode a good 7.5 out of 10. It was pretty decent. Not the best episode this season, but definitely way superior in comparison to prior seasons we've gotten so far. Prior episodes, rather. Because, I'm just saying, the last two episodes we've gotten really weren't really my favorite. I felt they were kind of boring, and they weren't really on par. But this one was definitely a major improvement, so I'm still loving The Flash. Nonetheless, at the end of the day, we of course come to our post-title sequence, and it's definitely the longest so far. One, we get another flashback of Reverse Flash kind of explaining his whole story to Barry when he was in the coma, which I didn't really understand, but still interesting and cool to get that. And on top of that one, we also have Reverse Flash stealing Eddie, revealing that he's Eobard Thawne, a relative from the future of Eddie's, and of course, that's pretty much the end. I loved it, but then it was like, this episode was kind of like Prometheus. It was like, so many questions, but not enough answers. It was just straight up questions. They should have just called it The Trap and then question mark, because shit goes down that you don't fucking even understand. It was insane. I didn't really understand. Why'd you take Eddie? Were you just about to kill Iris? Why didn't you just fight Barry? I mean, he's right there. You could have just took him if you... I mean, you proved that you're better than Barry. Why not? I don't know. And on top of that, Why'd you take Eddie? What are you going to do with him? Are you going to kill him? Are you going to, like, take his seed? I don't know what the heck's going down. I mean, because he can't technically kill Eddie, because if Eddie's dead, then Reverse Flash would cease to exist. But it kind of, I don't know why, but through their conversations, it kind of felt like Reverse Flash doesn't really care if Eddie dies. It's more or less like if Eddie lives, it serves his purpose, but he doesn't really care about him in general. That's the kind of vibe I was getting from the Reverse Flash. It kind of felt like he doesn't care if he lives, but he needs him to live just for the sake of himself existing. That's kind of just the gist of what I was getting at. It was very, very mind-blowing. Question marks everywhere. I don't know what the heck Reverse Flash is going to do with Eddie. What the heck's going to go down? I have no clue. But I'm really excited. I definitely can't wait to see what happens and goes down in the future episodes. So at the end of the day, in the comment section below, let me know what you personally think. What are your personal thoughts on the Iris Eddie thing? Were you sad? Were you disappointed that nothing went down? What do you personally think about Iris Barry relationship? How do you think they're going to end up getting married in the future? Let me know what you personally think about the Flash suit. Let me know what you personally think how the Reverse Flash is going to have his finale with Barry. And just let me know what you personally thought about the episode overall in the comments section below. For me, it's a 7.5, a good, decent episode, just not my favorite so far, but definitely better from prior episodes, and definitely excited to see what happens. The visuals were great, the story was great, definitely tons of questions, which give me goosebumps, if you will, to, like, wanting to find out the answers to these questions. On top of that, also in the comment section below, let me know when do you think the Green Lantern will ever appear on The Flash? I know that's kind of 180 from here, but we've been getting so many references and Easter eggs to the Green Lantern universe where it's like, they should just bring him already. They need to. I just really want to see it. Let me know what you think about that in the comment section below. What is Reverse Flash going to do with Eddie? Also let me know in the comment section below. And of course, next week on The Flash, Gorilla Grodd versus Barry. Can't wait for that. Gorilla Grodd, hands down, my second favorite Flash villain. Cannot wait to see him go down. Finally, Gorilla Grodd reveals himself to Team Flash, and it's time to butt heads with the Great Ape. I freaking can't wait to see that episode. It's going to be so boss. I hope, at least. But let me know what you personally think about that also in the comment section below. And of course, go back to my channel to check out prior episode reviews of The Flash. And of course, check out my Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice teaser trailer review. It's definitely one of the more optimistic reviews on YouTube. So definitely check it out if you enjoyed that trailer. Or if you just want to talk shit about the trailer, I'll bash you too. So let's talk about it in the comment section below for that specific video. Nonetheless, tomorrow I'll be giving you another Arrow review. So definitely come back to my channel to check that out. Nonetheless, I hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe to my channel if you've not done so already. And this has been John 12.